to the Love is Blind reunion.
What is up, ELiens? It's Simply Elle, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome to the ELiens gang. And if you are not new here, you know it's the regular madness. It's the regular madness. Thank you for coming back. As you guys already know from the title and the thumbnail, I'll be reacting to the Love is Blind Season 7 reunion. We are all anticipating different things from this reunion. There's a lot of topics that we want them to discuss, that we want them to touch on. A lot of people are anticipating that they're just gonna brush over very heavy topics like they normally do. And we're about to see what is up. It is 1 hour and 28 minutes. Just sumio. This thing better be worth my time and your time. All right, y'all, without further ado, we're gonna get into this reunion so that we can see what's up for ourselves. Like the last video, this will be playing on my TV because Netflix is strict. The last video I did with the reunion looks, I included the trailer that I got from YouTube, not even from Netflix, and they copyrighted my video. Thankfully, it's not a strike, so I'm able to leave it up. I wanted the video to be up, so it's gonna stay up. I'm so sorry, guys. I would love to have it playing on the screen and all that, but copyright issues. I hope you guys are able to bear with me. I really appreciate all of you that understand and are still able to stick around and watch this with me. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video and to hit that subscribe button so that we can all stay friends.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The chance to have each of your burning questions answered.
Are you gonna answer my questions? My burning questions? Are you gonna answer them?
Please welcome from Washington, D.C.
Your favorites from Season 7 of Love is Blind.
Taylor and Garrett.
Yo, this look is hot. They look good.
Steven.
Our African brother. But Alex is wearing this dress.
Welcome.
Oh, the best friend in the world is here. Fong is here. Shout out to Mama Fong. I think Marissa's mother is here. I'm sorry, Alex. Alex is beautiful.
Only could get tattoos of all the chemistry we felt watching this season.
Y'all need to stop trying to be funny.
The chemistry, but it's only good if it's used periodically.
Okay, Vanessa. We didn't come here for jokes. Let's us get to the business.
Tyler, you had spoken on the show and everybody was shocked when you revealed that you had donated sperm to help a friend and her wife have children.
Yep.
And then since then,
why are AD and Marshall like, I'm ready for this tea? Do you think they know what we know?
there has been online chatter about your involvement in these children's life and it being more than you had initially led on. So can you now clarify what's going on with that?
Absolutely. Those kids, that family, they did not sign up for this. So what is happening now is I try to keep that from happening. Their birth certificates are online. Things that shouldn't be happening are now happening. And to get into the story, I did help a friend and her wife start a family, but her wife ended up leaving her and left her high and dry. This was my very close friend. So I stepped in, voluntarily stepped in. So there's pictures of me around. You'll see me around. But I do want to let people know Ashley knows all this. This is news to the world. This has never been news to us. And I'm giving this explanation now because I feel like the world is waiting for it, but I don't owe anyone an explanation but my wife. And if she's sitting here with me,
we got your back, man.
Who is we? Is he crying? Marshall and AD's face. Let's address that rubbish that he just said. Why did you say that you do not think those kids know what you look like? Why didn't we address that? You also did not address the fact that you told them that you spent that Christmas, last Christmas, alone. But now it's, I spent Christmas with family and friends and da-da-da-da-da, so I've been around. You've been around and you don't think they know what you look like? Who said we got your back? Is it Garrett? Garrett, don't piss me off, fool. What do you mean you got his back? You probably don't even know what's going on. We got your back, bro. Whoever said that, I think his back does not need you to defend it. Somebody is exposing their back to danger and you are saying we got your back, bro. You better not carry a leru. Do not carry other people's load on your head.
Like, who do you think has better insight on what's going on, social media or me? So for people to imply that like she was blindsided, she didn't know, is like insulting to my intelligence. That's number one.
Number two, for the record, this is something he never wanted to share on camera. I just didn't feel like it would be an authentic experience or that I could continue the experience if we didn't, because I know me, I cannot hide my facial expression. So I think there would have been a disconnect. And so I told him in some capacity, we have to talk about this. There were things he was comfortable sharing and things he wasn't. I said, do they know what you look like? And he's like, I don't think so. And you could tell that he was trying to tell that, yeah. So of course he divulged that information.
I'm so sorry, let me say that he was trying to lie for the cameras, but you guys had already had this conversation. See, that's the thing, is we weren't there. You guys had this conversation, and I see that the next day for cameras, you're trying to clarify because you want to be authentic, but also you're trying to protect him and these children.
The very thing that we didn't want to happen happened. And the thing with humanity is we have a hard time understanding anything that we don't get. For me, I just know Tyler and his heart to know that had to be a hard to navigate with a friend. With him growing up in a single parent household, and in that scenario when that happened with the divorce, it was very hard for him to remove himself and not be involved when this is now a single mom, right? So that was hard for him, and I just know that he is a good person who went in a little too deep and didn't know what to do next.
This is not a game. This is till death do us part. And we mean it. You can try. We've seen all the get an annulment, be done with him. Ask Ashley.
And it's like, look, when I said I do to all of it. I was aware and I took on what I wanted to. And this is a once in a lifetime kind of love.
Yeah.
This is a rarity, and it's something that is worth risking anything for. And, I ain't saying do nothing crazy.
Well, guys, we know it's a sensitive subject, and we really, truly appreciate the insight and you guys being so honest.
Is that all we're gonna get about Tyler's kids? Are they about to gaslight us as if there isn't proof of this guy being more involved in those kids' lives than he's saying right now? And Ashley saying that she said I do to all of it. Okay. Is Ashley telling us right now, right here, right now, that she knows everything that we know? That she knows that he's upwards of $30,000 in debt. That's money he owes. Does she know how that impacts her? If she knows everything we know and she's accepting it, then okay, I'm done talking about it. And we have to learn to not personalize the situation, because it's not something you would do does not make it impossible for someone else to do it. If Ashley says that she knows everything, that she accepted him with everything, warts and all, then we should leave it alone. And was she trying to say that Tyler saying I don't know what they look like, or I don't think they know what I look like, was him trying to lie for us because you are protecting the kids? How are you protecting the kids? The only reason this stuff came out is because you abandoned those kids for a year plus. Is that protecting the kids? You wanted to protect the kids, so you came on TV and lied. The kids who would just rather have you around because you were their father. Y'all not about to gaslight me. Ashley, if you want to lie to yourself, fine, but you cannot lie to me. There's just too much. He's been evicted 7 times. He has a court date on November 15th to answer for why he hasn't paid his child support. And Ashley says that she knows everything. So we need to stop talking about it. I'm moving on.
All right, every season we have stories that warm our hearts and others that break them. Marissa and Ramses. There were mostly green flags.
From where?
But there was one big red flag when Ramses called everything off.
It was hard because I just remember what I felt like.
Marissa's mother is doing the waiting for my chance to pounce.
It could just be hard to kind of see that and just relive it pretty much. I felt like my heart was breaking all over again.
Ramses, how was it for you?
It was difficult. I didn't come into this experience wanting to devastate anyone or leave anyone heartbroken. I was came in here looking for the love of my life, and for majority of this experience, I thought I had found it in Marissa. Watching it back was...
Yo, Marissa's mother is not having it. She's not seeing it with Ramses at all. This bastard. Timba.
Watching it back was difficult. I had to pause several times because, I hadn't seen her reaction, when she was alone in her interviews, and how she was falling apart was very difficult to watch back.
I need to take notes. I also put my glasses on because I literally am struggling to see. My glasses are ruining my makeup, so I'm just gonna suffer.
how far of a space there was in our energy, and how there wasn't that balance that I sort of felt in the pods. And there was one day where I think it just really hit home for me, and I realized and recognized that if I moved forward with Marissa, every day I would be in a place where I would feel exhausted and overwhelmed. I don't want to change who she is. She deserves a person and a love that will embrace who she is fully as she is. I just felt that that person couldn't be me.
Hey, Vanessa. Is this the first time that you've seen Ramses?
The day that she called, I was on my way and everything was called off. And of course I'd do anything for her. So I did go up there and speak to him, even though I wanted to punch him in the throat and try to talk him into, see what was wrong. I'm thankful he called it off. She would have carried that relationship. He did the right thing. And I thank you for that. That first out, he should have been honest and man enough to tell her I'm feeling a little bit of doubt instead of reassuring her every single time. And you broke her.
Wow.
I had to help pick her up. She was devastated. You didn't see that part. You got to walk away and cry like you were the one that was hurt.
No, I understand. And I take full accountability for the fact that I didn't bring this up sooner. And that's, if I have any regret for this in this experience, it's not being more forthcoming about that with you.
Marissa, can I tell you something? You're beautiful, and your energy is beautiful. You want to find someone who will love all of you, and that part of you that is such a beautiful thing. So please don't feel like you did anything wrong in this, or there's anything wrong with you. There's not at all.
And it seems like this thing is still affecting her.
Galileo.
Galileo!
It's the
Galileo!
spirit of the
Galileo Figaro. Love Bliss and Zach, but I've been following them like on YouTube and stuff. I know I don't need this. Hannah and Nick, we have arrived.
Sometimes my delivery does not come out how I think it's coming out. I think I'm just like telling you exactly how it is, but really I just sound like a bitch, you know what I mean? So I just have to be a little bit careful. And like, I'm aware though, I need to chill sometimes. Like I need to like not be so direct. So the things that I said were all true, but it's just the way that you say it.
How does that make you feel, Nick, to know that she's saying, yes, I stand by everything I say?
I wouldn't have expected her to say anything less. She's entitled to her opinion, and I certainly respect her. And I just think some things came across not completely true. I know she felt that way, but the delivery could have been a little bit better. And
Nick demonstrated a lot of patience that I never would have had.
I'm a lot, like I'm self-aware, and like I know that like you have to have a lot of patience with me because like I indirect and I'll just say things. But I get it. I guess he had a lot of patience. Yeah, that makes sense.
But in watching the way that it was delivered, and I know that you said you could have worded it differently, do you have anything you want to say to Nick about how you were communicating with him during your engagement?
I'm just direct.
I'm just direct.
I just need to work on how direct I am.
And I just want to say one thing. Hannah's fantastic. She's been getting way too much hate online for just being the type of person she is and being, super transparent. Like, we need more of that, right? And she's received way too much hate.
Why are you liking the hate comments then that people are leaving on your page?
Nick thinks Hannah is fantastic, and she's been getting a lot of hate online for just being direct. He says we need more people that says it like it is. But Hannah is like, if you think I'm so fantastic, then why do you keep liking hate comments about me that are under your posts? So it's even Marissa that whispered into Hannah's ear saying, ask him.
It was a very Nick note. It was like, there's 3 interests. So one goes, he wants to sell 2 homes this year, okay? He wants to be in the best shape of his life the next 2 weeks. And then the third bullet point, which was by far the most interesting, was that he wants to be the most famous person ever on Love is Blind. I was like, oh, okay, it all fucking makes sense now.
Do you remember writing that stuff?
Yeah. I want to set the record straight. I write 90-day goals. That date was the end of my 90-day goals. That was way before I even knew I was going to be on the show. I was taking it super light. We had been through a couple interviews. I would never sit there on camera and say I love you 100 times to someone if I didn't mean it.
We don't believe you.
I know that you're a good person when I knew you in the pods, but then you hear about these things and you're like, what were you here for? To hear the things that he was saying behind my back after the reveal, like after the reveal, I was just honest. I'm an honest person. But meanwhile, like I hear that he's saying like stuff after the reveal, like calling me like your grenade and calling me ugly, and all these people are saying that he's saying all these things behind my back. But then when he gets on camera, he's like, Hannah's just so amazing and everything she does is so perfect. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, I'm literally being mean to you. I don't understand what's going on. And so I think my frustration was like, what the fuck is going on? I just didn't know what was going on. And then when I found that note, I was just like, oh, okay.
Marissa, you agree with that?
Yeah,
I would definitely agree with that. I mean, I have always had conflicting feelings between Nick and Hannah just because I did get to know him and I got to know him as like a really good person. But with the things I was hearing about like her looks and how he was rating her and things like that, like it just makes you question like, okay, was he serious about her?
When you say other people, do you mean other people in this room?
Yeah.
Is it real though, Nick? Because how's it real? Because then, okay, we break up, whatever. The only time you've texted me this past couple years, like, are you gonna share the note of production?
No, I actually texted you 3 days ago.
You texted me 3 days ago after some girl's DMing me talking about how you're trying to fly her out for the reunion.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
Oh,
What is going on? I'm so confused. So these are my notes, right, of what just happened in the last maybe like 3 minutes. Nick's 90-day goals before coming on this show was to sell 2 homes, be in the best shape of his life, and be the most famous person on Love is Blind. So that's why Hannah thinks he was being two-faced, being very duplicitous. Because apparently, Hannah has heard that he's been talking down on her looks behind her back. Marissa says she's heard it, and Marissa says it's not just her, it's more people on that stage that has heard him say nasty things about Hannah's looks. But nobody's saying anything besides Marissa. And Nick is literally only addressing positive comments about himself. He's like, yeah, thank you for saying that I was sincere because I am. And she's like, I did not say that.
All of this is your perspective, and you're trying to shit on me for no reason. I never brought your looks up once.
Are y'all really gonna sit here and
that's not true.
Come on.
That's not true.
Francis.
You talked to Steven about it, and Steven talked to me about it.
I didn't
You have
talk
to
to
be
honest. You did. You said
talk.
not nice things about the way Hannah looked.
I didn't.
Like
What
a
did you
grenade.
literally said she looked like a grenade?
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Something is happening right now that's gonna piss me off. Why is it just the women? And I think Steven kind of like, gestured in agreement. But why is it just the women saying, okay, you said what you said? This is the thing I don't like about guys. Why are they not saying anything? Unless it's not true. And all these people are just trying to lie on Nick. Shout out to Marissa for saying, are y'all not gonna say anything? Because that's like me. If we all know the truth in this situation and some lies is being spread around in front of us, why would you not say anything? He called her a grenade? What does that mean? Is that some sort of insult I've never heard before? What do you mean she looks like a grenade? And this man is literally gonna deny, and die with the lie. Steven, tell the truth and shame the devil.
If there's any moment to take accountability for anything, it's right now.
Did you ever realize how often you spoke about money?
Leo's a misunderstood guy. He really is. He's a high-level thinker. You were kind of sitting on the fence, and you had to take the lick how you did. He's got a lot more to offer this world than art.
She said we were the weakest link.
It's already set up.
Olua, Steven.
What did I do to you?
She literally just sat here and told you what you did.
No, you